Okay, another very quick video. I mentioned in the previous newsletter that I would try to show how I'm able to create all these different activities in less than 20 seconds. So that's the challenge for today's video. That's what I'll try to do. We're going to create an activity just like this one, which is the months of the year in French and the months of the year in English. So I've got them here ready. And because I've signed into Triptico, this is on the Mac version. There's also versions for Android, for iOS, for iPads, for iPhones, for Windows. But this is the Mac version. I've already signed in, which means I can access these bonus resources, which are just for subscribers. We can open a timer, so we can keep a check on how long it actually takes us to create this activity. So there we go. So I've got the timer ready. To create, we'll begin by clicking the Create button. It's the same process for every single activity that you create. In this case, we want it to have two columns. We'll keep this at 12 because there are 12 months in the year. And it's just a simple list. We're not adding any false items to this one. It's just a simple months of the year in English, months of the year in French. So we'll click to create the new list. We'll set the timer going, and then we'll see how long it takes us to create this activity. So I'll start by giving it a title. We'll call it months of the year. And then I can select the French text, paste it into column 1. Select the English text, copy it, and paste it into column 2. And there we go. Our activity is ready to save. There we go. Around about 20 seconds to create it. We'll save it, give it a file name. We'll call it the same as the title, months of the year. I can also add tags to help me to find it. So I'll call it MFL. Oops. French dates. Something like that, just to help me to find it. I'll keep it as public. If I wanted it to be just an activity that only I could see, I could click and set it as private, but we'll keep it as public for now. And then we're ready to save the file. And that's that done. So when I exit and go to the activity database, you can see this months of the year activity is there for me to use. So on the image that I sent out, we had it working in lots of different resources. So as with all Triptico activities now, you create it and then you just click to launch it and you decide which of these resources you want to use it with. Some of them are grayed out just because some of them require, so find them for example requires some true or false content, as does swipe. Connect requires 16 items in your list, but if you've got all those items then you can open it with any of the activities. We'll open it first with the order sorter. So there we go, so we've got our months of the year in French, so students could put them in the correct order, like that. We can also open it with a spinner, so we click to launch it with a spinner, and so I may ask students to come to the front and spin it, and whichever month is selected, they would have to tell me what that month is in English. Click the extra info to see that Mars is March. It's opened as a spinner. Could also open it with a spinner if I click to view the data and switch the columns. So now the months of the year in English will be on the spinner and the months of the year in French will be revealed when we click for extra information. So the following lesson, having looked at the dates in French, I might then say, right, here's the dates in, or the months in English, and I'll ask the students to tell me what the month was in French. There we go. We can also open it with bingo. So we'll switch the data back for bingo. Launch and open it with bingo. So again, this is just that same activity that took 20 seconds to create. We've already opened it with two different activities. Now it's open with bingo, so the students would write down any 6 months on their bingo card, and then we'd start the game. We'd choose a number, and if they've got the month in English on their card that is displayed here, then they'd be able to cross it off. And so we'd carry on until somebody shouted bingo, found all the months on their card. This is cardboard, so again, same activity, but we'll click and open it with cardboard. So we decide which side of the card we want to see first, so we'll display it in French. We'll shuffle them. We'll deal all 12 months. And then as a class we can work through and translate each of these months. Remember, with cardboard you click in the middle to make the card bigger and click on the edge to flip it over. So on the edge flips it over, in the middle zooms it and zooms it back out again. So there it is, open with cardboard. Lots of different ways you can use that. We've also got the dice resource. This is the pairs resource. So again, same activity, but running with a slightly different resource. So we'll just have one team, put my name in there. The idea is that I've got to match the French month to the English month. So here I'm looking for August on this side. Oh, I found it. There we go, so I can click yes, that's a pair. And so that would continue till I find all the different pairs. We've got find the answer. So again, same 20-second activity, but here it is opened with, hidden card. Find the answer is now called hidden card, so we can open it with hidden card. So the idea here is that we'd have to select the 4 easiest months, the 4 sort of medium months, and the most difficult months on there. Maybe this isn't the best example, but we'll just auto select them for now. So the green ones are worth 10 points, the orange ones are worth 15 points, and the red ones are worth 20 points. We'll stick with 2 teams, we'll just keep them as team 1 and team 2 at the moment. So again, this is the same activity, just presented in a slightly different way. So the teams might say, well, I think this is February, so they would go for this one. They would say February, and then we can check, open the envelope and see what's inside, and it is February. Then as the teacher, you can decide whether to award the points or not. I've also got this new one, hidden words. So I can open it with hidden words. And the idea here is that you can just go through and click to hide certain words. So you could do that at the start of the lesson, and the students would have to tell you what's hidden under this block. You can click to reveal it. Or if you wanted to, you could just automatically hide certain words, so the software will hide them for you, and you can work through and work out what's hidden under each block. So there we go. So there's that activity. Again, very sort of simple to make, took less than 20 seconds. In this case, I was just copying and pasting content across, and then I can open it with lots and lots of different resources. This Triptico here, 587, I could give that to my colleagues or to my students, and they can either sign in as, if they have a subscription, they can sign in, or they can access as a guest. Type in 587. We'll go and do it. So on the main page, you can see these quick launch codes. So type 587. I can click, and that'll take me straight to it, and I can open it. I can set it as a favourite if I want to, if it's something that I want to, that I think I'll use again. Then I can click that, or just click launch, and again I get my options about which of the resources I want to use to open it. So there we go. Very simple example, but hopefully helpful, hopefully something that you can incorporate into your own lessons. If you've got any questions or feedback about this, then please get in touch. You contact me at david@tripticoplus.com, or there's a contact form on the website. I look forward to hopefully hearing from people, and hope that you're going to find Triptico to be helpful for you and your students. Thanks very much. Bye bye.